subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Well, Abu, you ready? Because Champion ain't unmuting his mic. Abu?
Can you hear me, brother?
There's Champion. What's up, brother? I hear you.
Hey, man, I had no clue what that brother was talking about.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah.
but man, I just wanted to call and give you props in on the museum. I was just in Cali a couple of months ago for my daughter's birthday, and we went over to the museum. Really cool, man. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that contributed when you did the what's the GoFundMe? It was
Kickstarter. Yeah,
the Kickstarter. Yeah. So, yeah, man, much respect, man. You definitely put me up on some scholars, man. I got it. I got all of your hidden colors. I got them for my daughters as well. So, salute to you, brother.
Man, I respect that. Thank you so much, brother. So, Abu, you ready, Abu?
Yeah. How you doing, Tariq, man?
I'm good, man. What's up with you, brother?
Chilling. Hey, got a quick question. Do you plan on doing some lives on the FBA stream?
I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about doing that. Setting it up so we can do some live broadcast on there. So I'm gonna keep folks posted on that. Who is that? Let's get I think I had you on before. Jaman. I think I had Jaman on here before. Jaman, what's up, man? And Garav. I had you on. You didn't say nothing, Garav. Let's try it again. Garav, unmute your microphone.
Hey, Tariq.
There you go. What's up, Garav?
Yeah. I don't agree that. I don't.
Okay, you the guy you tried to pretend you were Spanish, and your Spanish thing didn't work right. So
I am Spanish. I am.
you're not Spanish.
Yes, I definitely am.
You are a Haitian tether. You're not.
No, sir. I'm Spanish. Definitely Spanish, sir.
No, you're not. So you're a Haitian.
Both of my parents are from Barcelona.
Nigga, please. You need a bar of soap to wash your musty ass because you are from the Caribbean and you're not from Barcelona. You're not Spanish. You're not from Spain. All right.
Well, you don't deserve to get reparations until my ancestors get them.
Well, you better holler at Carrie and get some reparations from the Caribbean and stop trying to pretend to be European. All right.
We white Americans deserve them,
Nigga, you are not white. All right.
sir. How can you tell me about my lineage?
The only thing white at the bottom of your feet from running and fleeing from the Caribbean. Your feet are white hot. All right, let's get Jaman in here. Hop in, Jaman.
What's going on, good
Good,
brother?
man. How are you?
Hey, man, I want to tap in on this swirling conversation you got going on, man. I feel like when we see a lot of sisters doing that, it comes from three major things, man. Number one, I feel like it comes from being transcending generational sellouts. See, like what a lot of our people do, man, when they start getting a little bread, when they start getting a little paper, they start moving around them crackers. They move away from all their family members, from the communities they grew up from, and they move and they raise their kids around them crackers. So these crackers that they send their kids to school with had this disdain towards black people. You know what I mean? They be throwing a little shade at them about their braids and stuff, because the white girls gotta wash their hair every day or they get lice. But a little black girl come to school with braids for a week, they go to talking about the little black girl. So they come up around this shit. So they start having this same disdain, you know what I mean, towards their own people. Stop wanting to go around their cousins and stuff, looking down on them. So they had this disdain towards black men. Then you had these white men, they killing their wives. They totally abandoning their family. We treating our women way better than they do across the board, but you know what I mean? They had this type of image towards us. Another thing is trauma. You feel me? When a lot of our sisters ain't raised with a father and they don't know how to choose a man, and they picking all these bad cats, and they go through this trauma and stuff, they start looking for any other option around their own people. You know what I mean? And the third thing is the lack of knowledge. The same way they use their criminology against us, man, where it's way more crackers out there doing committing murders, committing bad crimes. It's way more crackers out there abusing their wives. It's way more crackers out there treating their children like crap. But they'll put that image on us. You feel me? So when women don't got that proper knowledge, they'll believe all them lies that they say about black men. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? They'll believe that we abuse our women, that we abandon our children when black fathers really love our children. And when we raise our children as independent fathers, we do way better than a lot of single moms. You feel me? And another thing, when you start making a little paper coming up, stop moving your kids around on crackers, man. Stop selling out on your communities because they grow up feeling these bad ways about their own people, and they start getting these situations where they messing around with them crackers. And another thing, brothers, if you come across a sister that a little cracker came up inside of her, man, turn your man, run the other way. Do not let them spirits come inside of you, man. Do not let them spirits from them crackers intertwine with your knowledge yourself. Straight up. And I'm
my
out.
man, brother, I appreciate you. Yes, indeed. Let's get Law in here. Law, something. Where you at, Law? All right. Law ain't saying. Well, there you go, Law.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Tariq. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up, brother?
Oh, nothing much, man. I'm working late. LPA calling for Chicago. I was listening to Jason's Black show about uh, that brother up there in New York who white supremacy killed him on a subway.
Yeah,
I'm with this Robert Brooks. Enough of this trolling with these tethers, because it is now time for a black hate crime bill. No matter if we are free on the streets, no matter if our black people are in these penitentiary institutions. I have family members who served in penitentiaries in Colorado and Arkansas, and I don't even know how to bring this story up to this brother, and I don't know what he did uh, to when he was transferring. That it took 12 officers. Y'all didn't have nothing else to do.
yeah,
It took 12 officers to put him in a down there beat his ass, Tariq. So here's my thing. I want us to get reparations, but we need to be calling. I know we got some sorry congressmen throughout the USA, but it is time that we got to get on Trump bumper and this new attorney general that's coming in here, and we need a black crime bill because I'm sorry, with Robert Brooks, this should been kid. This is the type of lynching that kicks off civil rights,
yeah,
and we're not done, Tariq. We're not done. There's no, we're as black people, FBA, we are not done. Them old niggas like Jason say, they are comfortable. We still have to fight. And that's all I have to say. Rest in peace to Robert Brooks and all the ones who experienced this type of bullshit in these penitentiaries from these racist ass white supremacy guys. Because I bet you this, Tariq, and I know you said this. I'm gonna name a plane. I know you said this before. I bet they in some type of group where they get brownie points for killing a nigga.
yeah,
Excuse my language,
yeah,
but
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's what that looked like. And again, many of these people in law enforcement is completely overrun by straight up white supremacist groups. Law enforcement and the correctional officer positions, you can't get in these positions really unless you are initiated into some of these white supremacist groups. You understand? And part of the initiation is killing a black person. Just like the Aryan Nation and all of this, these people, they get elevated status if they kill a black person. And out here in California, you have these sheriff deputy gangs, very infamous, where they get tattoos and brownie points and they get elevated if they kill us. This is some real stuff. So, family, let me get real for a minute because if we want to organize there's things that we got to do. We got to prioritize certain things. We need, this is why I'm always talking about how we need our professionals. We need people from all walks of life in Black society, some of our professionals, to all do their part at the same time and be on code in all of these different industries. You understand what I'm saying? So that if we get, let's say we get a database of lawyers, doctors, um, um, councilmen, um, people within law enforcement, gun trainers, just different people within different forms of professional industries. When some shit goes down, we can have some of our legal people um, draft up documents. We can have some of our people who are local politicians walk in or introduce certain bills. We can have paralegals or other folks draft up letters. We can have just the everyday person make phone calls. We can have some of our community organizers start galvanizing people to start showing up to somebody's office connected to these facilities where they're harming us. When we start showing up and organizing some pull-ups, we can get some stuff done. See, the thing is, if we're going to do advocacy, which we need our version of the ADL. Yeah, lobbyists, all of that. See, if you say something about people within the Jewish community, the ADL is on your bumper. The thing is, the ADL is very well funded. A lot of these other groups from all of these other communities, they know how to fund their think tanks and their advocacy groups. That's very important. We and I'm not blaming our community because a lot of our community, we don't fund that stuff. And sometimes it's justified because you got a lot of janky niggas out here who don't follow up and don't do what the hell they say they're going to do. They say they're going to advocate for something, but they don't ever really get anything done. So I can understand that Black society would have a lot of reservations about contributing to certain people or to certain institutions when they don't have a track record of really getting anything done. Like, for example, the Congressional Black Caucus. See, we have a long history of Black organizations who don't do shit for the Black community. The NAACP used to do some good things. They used to do some real good things, and they don't do shit for Black people now. They're all it's immigrants and everybody else. Immigrants, LGBT. The Congressional Black Caucus, they've never done anything specific for us here. Never. Since their inception. They got started, I think, in 1970, and their whole thing was immigration all along, man. So it's important that we have support from the community. That's very important. And also, when we do get community support, we got to understand we are going to get pushback. We're going to get pushback from the dominant society. We got to know how to play past that. But we have to financially support institutions that's really out here stomping for the Black community on the grassroots level. And I mean, throw your pennies at them, just a couple of dollars here and there to make sure that people get things done. We got this thing where we think people can't really get out here and stomp without resources. You got to get some resources. So some of that money that cats are tricking off at the strip joint, we got to make sure that some of the riders get what they need to get so they can get out here and really do things for the betterment of the community. Um, we really have to change our thinking when it comes to that. But again, we have to have people who are qualified and people who have track records of getting things done within the community, and that's very important. That's very important. And those of us who do that, it's very important to make sure that people are protected because that's another thing. a lot of the riders in Black society are just not protected like that. We got to make sure the people riding for us are good. We got to make sure that they're good. I mean, this goes back to the Malcolm X's and the Dr. Kings. You know, we let them people get mowed down by the enemy. So we got to really protect our people who's really stomping for the community. We can get some stuff done. With that situation where the brother got lynched by those race soldiers. Um, all of the politicians should be put on blast. That correctional facility, that warden, people need to holler at that warden. When you start showing up to people's homes, you know, to let them know how serious things can be, some changes will be made. And them letting these race soldiers resign. No, 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 no. You start showing up to people's cribs, offices, we'll get some things done. Yeah. Let me get who is this? Snow Mexican. That's a hell of a name. What's up, Snow Mexican? Snow Mexican in the building. Unmute your microphone, Snow Mexican. Uh,
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Tariq, I just wanted to ask, kind of going back to the point on Robert Brooks, I noticed something that, like, it seems like the white supremacists are making fun that, like, Black Lives Matter, like, can't come up with, like, a lot of people in these protests. Like, I was watching Fox News, and I was also on X, and I don't know, what do you think about that?
Oh yeah, I mean, shit. You got a couple of people who's out there marching. You know, a lot of people are like, hey, we don't really want to march up and down the street. People are trying to figure out how to be a little more strategic. So yeah, there's a different vibe going on. But yeah, everybody ain't really trying to march right now because we see how serious things are. So there's some new tactics and techniques that people are trying to come up with to curb this weird anti-black purge that they're trying to do. So, but yeah, Fox News, they're going to mock anything that we do. That's what they do. So, that's a non factor. But go ahead. Are you in Canada or where are you located? Oh, Snow Mexican? Well, he bounced. Okay. I was going to ask him some more questions, but Snow Mexican bounced. Let's get MRK in the building. MRK in the building. All right, waiting on MRK.
Yo, Todd, what up, yo?
What's up, bro? How are you, sir?
I'm incredible, man. Yo, I tuned in. I wanted to say we gotta have some type of magical powers or something, man, because I don't see no other community of people who get hounded and attacked everywhere like we do. I mean, from the internet to real life to TV, everywhere you look, they coming for us. But why do they want to keep us contained so bad? Like, why do they want to keep us contained so bad?
Very good question. Here's the answer. Um, somebody they were doing the little man on the street reporting, and they were asking white people. They were like, what do you think the white population is percentage wise? What do you think the global white population is? And these were white people who were answering. They were like, what, 30%? Like, no. 25%, 40%. Everybody kept getting it wrong. And then when the guy told them, people were shocked. Like, no, the percentage is 9%, around 9%. Oh, no way, dude. No way. Yes, way. Family. White people are 9% of the global population. Do y'all know that? Dr. Wilson used to talk about this. White people who are white, are a very small minority globally. There are not that many white people on the planet Earth. When you travel outside of the US and Europe, and even when you go to Europe, there's a lot of black people and East Indians and Asians. It's a lot of non-white people in Europe, all over Europe. But there's not that many white people on the planet. And here in the US, you got a lot of white people in the US. They're the majority here, but their numbers are dwindling and they are below replacement level. So they can't replace their numbers. You understand what I'm saying? So they're going to be a minority here. So they're trying to get in front of it now because what they're going to have to do, they think, okay, we're going to have to run this under the South African model. We're going to have to run this like an apartheid state where we are the very, very small minority with a black majority. So to do that, you have to be extra brutal. So they think they're going to have to put the smack down and just do a lot of killing with impunity and really, really dig the knife in and twist the knife and just be extremely brutal to scare us into submission. The problem is with that, we don't have a history of being afraid of them. That's the problem. And we're the minority and we ain't scared of them. You understand what I'm saying? Foundational Black Americans, we're the only people on the planet who will consistently tell these white supremacists to kiss our black ass. You understand? Other groups don't really do that. They kind of bow down to them. They've kind of broken everybody else. Everybody else kind of falls in line. We're that wild card. That's why they're always trying to get buffers in front of us. They always got a buffer in front of us. That's why they bring them East Indians over and elevate them. They put these buffers in the Hispanics. They're buffers, yeah, to protect them from us. Yeah. I mean, you saw what happened in Montgomery, Alabama. When have you seen a non-black group do that to the white supremacists? Put your thinking caps on. When have you seen some non-FBA, I say it that way. When have you seen some non-FBAs put the smack down on some white supremacists like that? Tell me when. You don't see them do that. You don't see it, do you? They let these people talk to them any kind of way and they fall right in line. They don't want no trouble. We want trouble. We want good trouble. Yeah? We'll run that fade. You think? And we're the minority. So if we're the majority and they think that's going to fly, it ain't looking too good. So they're making a lot of desperate plays that they shouldn't be making. Yeah. So that's where a lot of this stuff is coming from. They think they're going to have to be more brutal, and hey, they're going to keep poking that bear. We have a history of turning up. We try to be cordial, we try to be hospitable, but they never know. You choke out the wrong person and bam, everything is on fire. Just like they were doing all of this stuff around 2016, 17, 18, 19. And then the George Floyd thing, that was the match. When that George Floyd murder happened, the whole country went up, cost this country billions of dollars. Yeah. And the Sambo class couldn't save them. That wasn't going to work. The buffer class wasn't going to save them. And remember, during the George Floyd riots that happened, and remember, it wasn't about George Floyd. I hate when people try to say, well, you guys try to make George Floyd a hero. The uprisings were not about George Floyd. George Floyd, that was just the last straw. But y'all remember the funniest thing about that were the Sambos who they would push out here to try to quell the turn up. And I used to play this clip from this one preacher. Well, I always forget his name, but the one who was crying about white people. They had this Negro out here crying about white people getting beat up. Oh, God, we need the gospel. You have to get out of the streets. the This is just too much. These Negroes are beating white people. Oh God, no, no. You're beating cops. Oh God, no, stop it. Oh, you dastardly Negroes. You leave the white people alone. They will not harm you if you do not harm them. Oh, Black Lives Matter. Does it matter in Chicago? All that dumb shit. That ain't gonna work. That ain't working. All that shaming, that ain't gonna work. So yeah, to answer my brother's question, they are a minority, and they're going to be a minority here, and they're trying to enact brutality as a new norm, and that's not going to be the new norm. We're not going to be consecutively brutalized just indefinitely. That's not us, and that's going to be a major problem. So
Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who change the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Let's discover our hidden heroes together.